Well, grand old welcome back here to the Lotus SMP, where I'm sure that you can see that this place has undergone a good amount of changes. Knowing it is quite beautiful outside, as you can see, and we are totally wintered out because we are officially into December, and so it is a Christmas season here on Lotus. So I hope that you're excited for that, and we have just tons and tons of changes that I've kind of been doing over the last couple of days or so. I ended up getting sick, so there wasn't that much that I could do in terms of commentating and that sort of thing. So we are now here, and you can see that our house is much different looking. We now have our first ever set of iron armor, which I think is awesome. And then we of course have all of our plushies over here. We have an extra set of gold armor just in case we want to use them. And then we've also put a bunch of our diamond tools that we got from Pug right over here, just so that we can grab them and have easy use when it comes to our kind of field building operation going forward. You will also notice that we have gotten around to getting really cool materials. We have a couple of our pottery shards right here, and then we also even ended up getting 4 different fishing rods, which is really awesome. And then we actually got 3 sniffer eggs. So as you can tell, we've already used 2 of them. And I do want to mention very quickly, as well, as it continues to snow out here. Actually, let me just see. That Pug is online. Just wanted to say hi to him and happy Wednesday. Let's see, if I go into my mods, actually my resource packs, I do just want to see, we have 2 different resource packs, so I'm going to actually bring this one to the top, and I think that it changes the snow even a little bit more too. So Jordan, level up. It's good to see you both. Okay, it does look actually yeah, you can see that the snow is a little bit different looking too. We got both of these texture packs from ETAT last year, which is really nice of him. And so anyway, level up Jordan, it's good to see you both. And level up, I do want you to also know that you have access to the most recent video. That's going to be coming out tomorrow for everybody. And I do think that I want to start uploading a little bit more consistently, and maybe probably live streaming maybe a little bit less. I think I'm going to have to do a hard cutoff and not do too much live streaming over the weekend, because I got carried away. And then I got sick from it, I think. So I want to kind of post weekly, and as opposed to having necessarily a build complete, I do just kind of want to tell the story, and that way we can have more consistent episodes, and so we'll have to see what happens there. And I've already recorded a little bit of a snippet, but we have the official clock tower, where we have Jordan, the clock tower keeper, and it's really not too much inside right now. We'll have to get around to officially making an interior. We just have more materials for these types of builds, and then more honeycombs, because eventually when all of these guys are all the way weathered down, we'll take out our wax and get it around to making kind of the final design that we would like to have. Okay, cool. I mean, I love doing a live stream, so we'll have to see. I mean, the thing is, I've been telling myself that I'm gonna live stream less, honestly. And that I'm going to make more videos, and I've been saying that. But as you guys probably know by now, I have not actually gotten around to doing that. And Mari, it's good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you all. And thank you for leaving such great comments on the most recent video that we have here with the clock tower. All of the love is really genuinely appreciated. I do mean it. And so we'll head in here, and as you guys can see, yeah, this whole area is looking a lot more different, right? I like how it looks. with the clock tower here, which is really wonderfully coming together. But before we get into our actual stream, there is one more other elephant in the room. I have been doing a lot of work while I was sick, as you can see, and I actually ended up making this new custom skin. I made this myself, actually, which I think is really cool looking. We kind of have our Adidas track pants right here, and this is the Christmas version of the skin. I found shoes running on down here, and then I have a red and white headband because this is my Halloween skin. But you can see that this is actually the same face with a new hair design that I've had for my old skin. And we have been the monk for a very long period of time, and we'll have a brand new skin in a different color with the same kind of design, I would say, just a different color iteration after the winter season. But for Christmas, this is what we've got. I really do like how it looks. And so anyway, we have a lot going on, but we can put our wings back into our hand, and then we do have 41 spruce saplings, although we are going to have to come down here. And so we have two plans for kind of tonight's stream. It's not going to be as long. Those of you guys that know me know that's kind of been a tough couple days for me, relatively speaking. However, I am having a great time with you guys. It's good to always connect and get back into the swing of things, kind of start firing on all cylinders once again. And so anyway, I do think that the plan is that we're just going to see what sort of things we can get done Monday, Wednesday, Friday on stream. And then who knows, I might play a little bit more Minecraft on Saturday. And just do things off camera. I forgot to read Pug's chat. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and take a look. Where? So we can pop on down here. Let's see. Pug, yeah, he's getting shroom lights from the Nether for the Christmas zone, because he apparently volunteered to make a parkour thing. Oh, I remember hearing that. I don't remember doing that, but Maddie reminded me earlier. Okay, we're gonna have to remind Pug when he gets back into the game. He did not actually volunteer. Maddie totally just signed him up for that. Falcon slip, I like it. That's funny. Anyway, we are going to be... Actually, we have what we need. We can head up here. Okay, up we go. So part one for stream for tonight is going to be to go resource collecting. We are officially going to need a whole ton, and I mean a lot, of our spruce wood. So we're actually going to head on over to our starter area with the fisherman's cottage right over here, which it's been a while since we've actually been over here. We'll start placing down the spruce trees that I really like this resource pack. As you guys can see, it has the white outer lining right here. But anyway, I think, yeah, I'll probably, knowing me, I'll still play and do Minecraft related things on Saturday. But I want to encourage myself to. Sometimes I get too caught up with just making the video, where I think at the end of the day, there is something to be said about just having a Minecraft story and just see like a world come to life over time. And I know I like seeing that from my Minecraft YouTubers that I watch a lot of, and it doesn't really even matter what they happen to be working on. I'm usually just happy to hear their playthrough and their voiceover and their commentary and their perspective on the game, along with their just particular sort of like cinematic styles and that sort of thing. So I don't know, I don't know, I like making videos, and when I look back fondly at certain times of playing Minecraft, sometimes they have also really been the parts when I've been like making just small videos that I like doing, as opposed to always having to focus so heavily on the videos by themselves. Who knows? But anyway, I did want to just very quickly be able to put you guys into our stream book for tonight, because it is good to see you. And can't really remember the last stream that we had. I feel like we do have I feel like we do have another new stream book, but maybe I already used all of this. It's very possible. But you guys didn't see this part. I think it's kind of funny. This was from the meeting where I was hanging out with Pug. We have hello, Pug. Hello from Pug. I was passing this back and forth. I said, this is Slip speaking in a written format in response to actual Pug. And then Pug responded, this is a collection of ones and zeros being stored on a hard drive in a computer in a warehouse that is using far too much electricity and water for cooling. All just to communicate between a Pug and a Slip. It's funny, it's good. So anyway, we'll make a new page for this stream book, which as you can see is just a fun thing to do. It totally keeps your world alive. And even if you don't like live stream, if you made YouTube videos, you know, you could have like a comment book where everyone that comments on the videos comes into the comment book. And as a player, like, it's actually something really fun to look back at. I can't type tonight. All right, we have Mari here. And Mari, how are things? We haven't caught up in like 3 weeks. Definitely let me know how the expeditions and how everything has just been going. I always mess this one up. Oh, I think I did it right this time. Okay, we got level up. We have Jordan as well. Okay, and also let me know what you guys think of the stream chat. I'm having it up on the screen. We'll have to take it down at some point in time. And then, of course, actually, we got Little Pug, technically. In theory, he's in here. Okay, so we'll take out a new replay mod, cinematic, and start bone mealing down this area right here. So that we can, of course, start to get to work on the resource grind. Our next build is going to be built in the Halloween district, and not the Halloween, I always keep saying that. The Christmas district. And I'm actually really happy with it. It's a pretty big build. It's not the most expensive build in the world, like it's not as expensive as those sorts of builds. But it's still kind of a big build. So we are going to need a good amount of resources when it comes down to it. Ooh, that seems very relaxing. Oh, and Mari, what is your cat's name? I'd love to know. Also, so here's something that I think is kind of funny, or at least I've grown to understand my skill set when it comes down to it. I am a pretty good reader. When it, I'm a pretty good reader, and I have, you know, a very solid, I would say, reading voice and kind of just commentary voice, which is something I've gotten better at and kind of discovered over time as well. But when I'm reading to the kids at school, it's very soothing. I'm a good reader, like, and I put good emotion into it, and I know my pacing, my cadence, and that sort of thing, and so I'm pretty solid at bringing a story to life, but also in a way that's very just like soothing and relaxing to listen to, you know, in a very way that, like, if you're listening to the stream, you understand. But I can really, you know, if I'm reading something, I'm very good at being able to put extra emotion and flair onto things. When we come down, actually, after felling out this tree, I can probably kind of give an example to a certain degree, although I probably don't have to over-explain the point. But I was reading. Every once in a while, I get to read to the kids for like social studies or that sort of thing. And so we ended up reading a book called The Most Magnificent Thing. And I had one of my but was like, you know, I was closing my eyes and, you know, almost could have been put to sleep from it. But, you know, just like the soothing, like relaxing, listening along and that sort of thing. And other people, I think the first time or two that I got that compliment, as you could probably understand, I think I was offended. But I've realized that, like, that's a really great strong suit. Like, I love being the type of person that could totally have like a, you know, I think you guys could see me doing this, doing like the early morning or late night talk shows or that sort of thing. Like, I think I'd be pretty solid at doing it. But anyway, she said it, and, you know, as a, you know, speaking of just little things to be grateful for today, and that was a nice thing to be had, and it's always a great time to just be able to spend some time with you guys on stream. It really is what I was looking forward to today, but I have kind of been in a bit of a funk for the last like 48 hours or so, and I know that this won't take me out of it. I've got some like real life, some big life things that have been going on recently that have not, you know, all kind of compounded. You know, when some of the big and medium things, or sorry, when the small and medium things end up becoming like a really big thing. That's kind of what the experience has been like so far. So it goes. You could say, so it goes. That's so cute. I like that idea. I wish there was a really good word for it. I'd actually love to know the word for a little spoon. Like the idea of little spoon, I think is a beautiful thing. It's a very special energy, I would say. Little spoon is a very special energy. Mari, actually, oh, you just gave me such a good idea. Okay, we have to take a quick pit stop. Actually, no. After we do our first round of felling the spruce logs, then we'll take a pit stop, because there's another thing, y'all. Even for those of you guys that have been hanging out since the last stream, there's even another thing that is new too, that I totally forgot to tell you guys about. So I do think that's exciting. But we do need definitely a couple stacks for spruce logs, so we're gonna keep going. But I have something, and I don't have a name tag yet, although we can maybe bop on over to Hug's place in order to get one pretty easily. But I have something to name, and if you're okay with it, and the thing is, it's not really little. It's not a little thing, but I would like to name it Little Spoon if you're okay with that. Hey, you know, everyone goes through ups and downs and that sort of thing. And the cool thing is, honestly, that you guys have, you know, you get to be here through the thin and the thick. You know, there's gonna be good moments, there's gonna be tougher moments when it comes down to it. I heard a quote today that was really powerful for me. And it's not like you know, life will go on. But when I heard a quote that there's no really such thing as, like, you know, a lot of people will say they'll deal and they'll endure. They'll endure with tough circumstances until a point where they're like, I've had enough. Like, I can't stand it anymore. Like, I need to make a change. You know, and endurance is the ability to continue doing the same input before having to change the input. You know, and when you change the input of something, you usually change the output. But anyway, you know, a lot of people will do, you know, so for me, I'm a big person about endurance and mental resistance and being tough and fortitude and those sorts of things from like philosophical sort of way. I do a lot of thinking about that. And I try to be consistent here on YouTube and do so many different things. And most of you guys know that I work out 7 days a week and that sort of thing. But, you know, life can be trying, and you only have one life. Is that willpower is a finite resource. You know, we're not always going to be able to infinitely carry on. However, discipline and determination, you know, are major leverage points when it comes down to it. And so we all think about the point where we meet our match and we say, I've had enough, or I need to make a change, or, you know, you just you make a change and, you know, X, Y, and Z and that sort of thing. Well, the idea is that people say that they can't stand things, but the reality is that you can. Like, the only way to not be able to stand for things is to die. You know, if, like, you say that you can't stand it, but here you still are. You know, you're still tall. You still have the ability, if you're alive, to tolerate it. And if you can't tolerate it anymore, then you're no longer alive. And so who cares? I guess is the way of kind of explaining it. Like, it's a very radical thought of being like, well, you actually can stand anything, because you may say that you can't stand it, but the reality is that as long as you're still here, as long as you're still living and breathing, like, you can stand anything. I was like, for me, that was kind of like the mental food that I needed for the day. Like, today was a day where I needed to muster extra, just kind of willpower. And you know, that happens. Some days are going to be more like that than other ones. And so the thought candy that I had was, oh my gosh, you know, you say that, you know, when it comes to doing something difficult, like, even for me, I ended up running on the treadmill for about 40 minutes or so this morning. I was not in the mood. I was not in the mood. And so, you know, like 20 minutes in and 30 minutes in and 35 minutes in, I was like, I am going to stop. Like, I want to stop. But then I thought about the fact that was like, well, who's the type of person that you want to become? Like, do you want to be the person that always does their goal for exercise regardless of how they feel, because they know that the outcome of doing that will make them feel better in the long run? Like, I am that sort of person, and so I'm thinking about that fortitude all of the time. And there are days where I have to take a step back, and life happens. And as you guys know, I got sick for the first part of this week. But you know, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about. For me, when I get sick, it's very much okay. You've been going. You have to. You're forced. You have to take a break and a reset, and kind of just take a look back and reflect in that sort of thing too. And so it's always a forced reset. And I always realize the benefit of the reset. Don't get me wrong. But I hardcore resist the reset every single time. It's just, you know, because I do, even if there's a day where I have to, or day or two where I have to rest, I'm like, no, but I'm the sort of person that I'm going to beat the rest of the gang or outwork everyone because I never have to take days off. But that can be a very toxic mindset, as I'm sure you guys know. Hey, thanks. I'm a very hardcore person, I would say. You know, and it has pros and cons and that sort of thing. I'm a very rigid person. I'm very about my routine and that sort of thing. And so you guys, you know, you don't have to. I by no means claim to have everything figured out. Please do not think that I do. But the way that I just happen to live my life is one where, you know, I think about what is the best version of myself, and as many times, you know, if I can be the best version of myself 360 days out of 365, you know, I would consider myself a made man. There's no way, I'm nowhere near close, I promise you. You know, and I do believe, you know, also when it comes to, like, you know, just feeling better and going through life's ups and downs and the roller coaster and that sort of thing, I also believe in this idea called, like, it's nothing new. I guess it's a different type of version of, like, the 80-20 rule. Yeah, it's an admiral mindset. It does put a lot of pressure on myself, though. I do agree. I take on too much often. Ooh, Mari. That's one I've been thinking a lot about too, Mari. To be loved is to be changed. That's really powerful. I kind of want to write that one down. I like that. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, that's one I've been thinking a lot about recently, honestly. In a kind of very personal sense. Just thinking about, even in a very personal way, like how my own romantic history has impacted who I am and who I am becoming, and that sort of stuff. And this is also for the guys out there. It's kind of the start of the. If you know what I'm talking about, there are some guys that are like this. I've been like this at points in time in my life, and maybe in different domains. Maybe I have been in a winter arc season of my life, but in different than like hitting the gym necessarily, and that sort of thing. But no, I'm a pretty hardcore person. I wake up at 4 a.m. every single day, and I listen to like David Goggins. I've never said that one out loud. That's funny. I don't think anyone knows that. I don't think even my parents know. My mom knows that. She's my best friend. That's funny. That you guys know something about me now that no one else on this planet knows. I wake up. Yeah, I'm listening to like David Goggins in the morning. If you know, you know. Yeah, there's this YouTube channel. If you guys are curious, I'm happy to send it in the Discord. It is called Daily Discipline, and it's just a bunch of hardcore guys being hardcore guys. But I believe I have, I would be lying if I said I haven't gotten into a good amount of that sort of like thought company and those sorts of things. Now we got the zombies coming down here. They're probably going to turn into drowned as well. That's okay. Man, we're actually doing pretty solid when it comes down to the wood situation. I was not expecting that. So we're pretty much almost ready for this build. Although it will be good definitely at some point in time to get some more diorite. However, I have a feeling that Pug has an insane amount of diorite that he's probably never using. So I'm definitely going to try to, if I can, get some of my hands on Pug's diorite, because we have a couple new builds that I do want to put into the world, which I'm really proud of too. I'm really happy about. Oh, you do know some of his stuff? David Goggins is, I don't even know too much about his backstory, honestly, besides like snippets over time. So, David Goggins was about 350 pounds, and he did not like himself at all, but he was, eating his life away, and knowing that he was doing it, but then he saw some Marines, some American Marines, on screen, on his TV, and he was like, you know what, I've reached my breaking point. I've had enough. Can't stand for this anymore, as we've been talking about. And he ended up going into the Navy recruiter's office, and he's like, I'd like to become a Navy's, or he's like, I'd like to become a Marine. And the guy spat in his face pretty much, or, said, you're gonna become a Marine? Like, you're fat, you're black. I think there had only been a couple of black Marines at the point in time. He's like, you're never gonna be, you'll never become a Marine. And so he decided to change his whole life. Forge a new identity for himself through mental toughness. And he said things about, and this one is the one that really is most influential for me, Because I've had many runs where I think about things similar to this, but this was a new perspective that I really appreciate to have had. Man, we're out of storage space now. Oh, wait 1 second. Let's go and put some of this wood away for the moment. But he was running, you know, it was early in the morning before the sun had risen, beside a graveyard, and he was not in good shape yet. This is when he was trying to lose all of his weight, and he was thinking, like, how many of you guys that are sitting there in your graves, you know, look back and wish that you had lived another way or had made the change that you wanted to make. And I don't know, he's so inspirational if you know who he is now. And he is a very hardcore person, but he was, you know, one of those people that were just spending all their time on the couch. And, you know, I've been there, and I use food as a coping mechanism, you know, have for many years, in many different ways. You know, just eating as a coping mechanism, and, you know, the feeling of being purposeless and directionless. To one thing he said, he was like, you will never know. And I think this is true, and even my experience in a miniature way, like, you will never know how many people's lives you can change and inspire just by being you and keeping on being you. You know, because at this point in time, when he was on the couch and ready to make the change, he was also ready to pursue other options that we're not going to kind of go into discussing today, or at least on YouTube in particular. And so, I don't know, you never know how much of an inspiration you're going to be to other people. And honestly, for you guys, like, I've been doing this for, you know, about 3.5 years or so. I guess 3.25 years, but still, it doesn't matter. And I've said this, and I say it a million times. You know, I never thought that I was gonna get what I get out of this when I started, but here we are. And I get to, you know, I genuinely look forward to spending time with you. And oftentimes, just like today, it's like the best part of my day. And so thank you for being here, and just for saying hi and spending some time. You get bullied a lot in the military. Mari, I had a feeling you got in the military. It makes sense. Now, I used to be a fraternity brother, and I kind of got bullied by my fraternity brothers. I just wasn't like super, I didn't want to have to be that power dynamic driven, and that I just want to be, you know, have good camaraderie and be a good person. And those don't always coexist and co-align, you could say. So that does make sense. And my environment is much different. My environment is very positive and joyful at face value, but sometimes can be a bit stuffy and condescending in a more insular sort of way. But, you know, I'm a teacher. Like, I get, you know, kids are so full of energy and are so beautiful. It's such a fun to hang out with them and to dance and laugh and sing and learn and, you know, those sorts of things. So, however, I have to, you know, I deal with other kids bullying each other. And I do have a kid that actually kind of bullies me. But, you know, he's a 7-year-old kid. I'm an adult, and actually affect me. You know, sometimes it could wear a little bit. But when he doesn't get a good grade, he tries to punch me in the face. Oftentimes. It's really, really angry. Yeah, Jordan, thank you. Thanks for being here, man. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so David Goggins, I think, is really cool. I think he's a really inspirational person. So, you know, he'll say this sort of thing that, you know, because he's intense and people like him because he's totally living what he preaches. Like, you see exactly what he's up to. And so, you know, it'll be like 3 or 4 a.m. and it's cold out and raining and dark outside, and he'll be like, I know that everyone else, you know, other people are looking outside and they're saying it's too cold to go running. It's too dark out. I didn't sleep well last night. You know, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I'm that person. I'm not the person that's saying I'm not doing it. I'm the person that's like, oh, no one else is doing it? I'm doing it then. You know, for me, no one else that wants to go Minecraft full-time while also working a full-time job is going to get Minecraft work done every single day before work. How many people are going to do that in order to make it so that they can go full-time? Like, if that's what it takes, like, I'm that person. And I have been for years. And so that, you know, that sort of mindset, of course, definitely comes with its pros and its cons. But this is looking, that was quite solid so far. Let's see, we have about a stack and a half of our wood, so I'm happy with that. We have 55 new spruce saplings. And so I do think that before we go and do our second little quest of the episode, we are going to place down these trees one more time just so that we can come back to them and get them felled down too. And I feel like just 2 rounds of dudes like this and we'll probably be good to go with the wood that we need, not only for this episode, but I'm also hoping to, in the future, to start getting around to making some custom trees and that sort of thing. Along with, I haven't discussed what we're going to do at the end of stream. This isn't going to be that long of a stream tonight, just so I can actually go to sleep early and do some reading and that sort of thing. But I did want to show you guys and kind of experience and actually record a video snippet together for the next part of what we've been doing. And Karen, it's good to see you. Mari, wait, I'm excited to read all of these chats. What we are going to do though is I am going to just take off stream chat for half a second on the recording, and remind me to put it back on, please. Because I do want to... Oh, you have a graduation, but you wanted to come and say hi? Well, thank you for saying hi. I'm just putting off the stream chat for a second, and we're going to turn off the music too, because I am also going to record a snippet so that we can include you guys. And in particular, I want to give a name. There we go. To one of our new friends. Hey, Karen, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people say that they have respect for classroom teachers and for teachers in general. And I understand. I totally understand why. Okay, but before you hopefully get out of here, and Amy's here. She made it to stream. That's good to see both of you guys. Happy Wednesday. That's a beautiful song too. So before we record this next quick segment, and we have Pug back in the game, I did want to add you guys to our stream chat. As we can see, the quote for today is, "Be loved is to be changed." Let's see. I want to see if I can try to keep you guys all on the same page too. We'll have to see what happens. But anyway, happy Wednesday. Been a hot minute. I know, well, you know, life gets busy. We get up to a whole ton. Kids are so little monsters sometimes. My niece told me to get a boyfriend because I'm old. My kids think I'm old. But I will retweet the sentiment. I'm sure all the other teachers have kids and are like, and significant others, and they're like, Slip, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, so we can add Amy to the stream book too. Does the chat make it easier for me to interact with you? No. Not at all. Not in the least. No, I wish. Okay, let's start recording here. start recording. Okay, and then I always get nervous. I really do. This is going to be what it's like for me to really record this is what it's like for me to record things. So you guys will be a part of the next video. Hopefully next Mondays, although this upcoming video is coming out tomorrow, and so I hope that you guys are excited for it. Well, we are live on stream, and we have gotten a good amount of tree felling done here, as you can see, and we can place down this shulker box in our hands, where you'll see that we have about oh, now I gotta record that bit. This is what a retake looks like. So we are now here on stream, and we've gotten a good amount of work done so far. Right now on stream, we have... Okay, I'm going to do that into 2 segments. This is the thought process. Now, as you can see, we are back at our stutter base, and we've gotten a good amount of work done felling these trees. It is officially the 10th of December, and on tonight's stream so far, we have Mari and Level Up, Jordan, Pug, Karen, and Amy. And the quote for tonight's stream is, "To be loved is to be changed." I do try to stream here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as much as I can, and if you would ever like to take a part in those and in some of the making of the videos, you're more than welcome to come by and say hi. However, I have just received some interesting information from Mari, and so we are going to go on a miniature side quest. Oh no, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm gonna crash into something. Okay, so we have Pug back in the game. And recording segment out slip for editor slip. That is how I make... So we're still recording right now. Actually, I have to grab something from the kingdom very quickly. Because we are doing a very quick raid at Pug Space for a name tag. But I will show you guys the new thing that we have first that we're gonna need. Oh man, I just realized we have also spent all of our time recording, or putting back all of our inventory materials. So I actually don't even have anything to get emeralds from Pug. But maybe if he actually is listening to stream. Hey Pug. Hey Pug, actually I'll just ask him. Maybe I'll just ask him. Ooh, we got some talk about the realm, about the server that we have coming up, which is very exciting. Hey Pug, do you have a name tag by any chance? Or maybe even 2. Okay. All right, we're going to take off the music once again. We're going to continue the video segment. Recording back on slip. Wax on slip, wax off slip. Hey, Minecraft is slow progress, and we have all of the time in the world. Okay, gotta make sure I have the right fly-in for the cinematic, for the right angle, you know what I'm saying? As we have been discussing, we have our brand 2 new sniffers friends right over here. I'm gonna do that again. As we have been discussing, we have our brand 2 new sniffer friends. as we have been discussing, we have our two brand new little snifflets right here. Oh, cool. Okay. Pug, we are going to go for a raid. And we'll get a name tag out. However, but one of our slippers named Mari has told me that her cat is named Little Spoon. And if I'm being honest, I feel like Little Spoon is the perfect name for one of these two sniffers. And actually, according to Mari's request, I think that we're going to name the other one over here Big Spoon too. So we officially have some brand new friends in the Kingdom of Solith. And that totally makes me a happy man. And man, I must say, if it gets colder here, I think we're all gonna have to cuddle for the night. However, as we continue to collect materials, I did want to show us something very cool in the Christmas district, so I say off we go. Okay, cool. That is going to be the recording segment for right now. And then we'll start recording once again when we get back to the Christmas district. But I do want to go and name that sniffer. So we're going to hit stop recording right there. And bam, thank you for being a part of the recording of one of the segments of hopefully next Monday's video. Okay, and let me take a second here and stretch. And also see what we're saying here for the for the garden and the farm and everything for the realm. Oh, it's been rolling back? Oh, I didn't realize it's been rolling back and deleting the progress. Oh, that sounds no fun. Okay, if there's anything I can do to troubleshoot that, let me know. Have you guys asked AI? I'm sure you have. Yeah, Amy, I am addicted to mods. I'm not addicted maybe, but I have a good amount of mods. So I feel you on that. Oh man, yeah, you guys have definitely been troubleshooting together. Okay, so we're gonna stop that replay mod recording. And then yeah, I think it's time we head to the Halloween district for tonight's stream. Actually, no, wait, we're gonna go to Pug's place first. We're gonna get that book. Because I do want to do that. I do want to name Little and Big Spoon before we forget about doing it. You have like 10 mods? I have way more than 10 mods. If any of you guys want my mod pack, I'm more than happy to send it to you. But it is for Java edition and for Minecraft 1.21.10, so it's not updated to the new update, which ended up coming out yesterday. Okay, so we should have plenty of, hopefully, wheat in here somewhere. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's actually not really as much as you would think. Okay, but we're gonna just very quickly, we're gonna head over to Pug's area because that way we can go and get that name tag. So thanks for the naming of Little and Big Spoon. Oh, it looked like chat disconnected for a second, along with I almost forgot. Don't you worry. Okay, that we do have stream chat back on the screen. So hopefully you guys are here with me too, as we make our way over to Pug's base, which is honestly really just through this ravine right here. Just quite pretty looking, and we have a whole ton of cows and pigs. Just a lot of mobs that seem to be having some difficulty out here, and I hope that you guys enjoy seeing what Lotus looks like now that it's winter time too. Okay, so we can head into the massive base of Pug right here. Oh my gosh, dude, this thing is huge. It's crazy. Okay, we can find our librarians. Actually, we need our farmers first, so we'll head down over here. There's so much going on. I understand why people that play a lot of Minecraft say that they get a lot of lag. Okay, so we'll start getting our wheats, or getting our emeralds. We'll break the rest of this. It's really not that much wheat. Yeah, we're gonna run out of this pretty quickly. Okay, it's 32. And just like that, all of the wheat I've collected like this entire season goes into 37 emeralds. Which is like nothing. Hopefully we can get one name tag at least. Okay, 1 for 20. 1 for 20. 1 for 20. 1 for 20. Oh, they're all gonna be for 20. Fine. Fine. I'm 3 emeralds away. 1 name tag. I'm 3 away, man. I could give the book and quill away for 1. Although it's the most priceless thing in my entire world. Okay, at least we can name Little Spoon. Wait, is that did I just see an ender pearl? Where did this thing come from? I don't even know if I've touched an ender pearl. Guys, I don't think I've touched an entire ender pearl the entire season. But I can't grab it? I can't grab it? Dude, what? Dude, bugged ender pearl? That's kind of weird. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. Okay, so we can head back. Gonna do one more recording session. Okay, I think that the nearest... Okay, the nearest anvil is over here. Wait, that's a home teleport? I don't know what that means. You have to tell me more. A home teleport? Bug. Of course, here we're at another thing that I just don't know about. A home teleport? I have no idea what that is. So we can head into our anvil. I don't know. I kind of like Little Spoon like that. And it only costs one. And it only costs one. Can't say the word. And it only costs one enchantment too. And so we can fly back over to the main kingdom. Oh no. I wasn't looking. Oh, I'm glad that I'm sure half of you guys were screaming into the microphone, "Don't touch the pearl! Don't touch the pearl!" And now, with our name tag in hand, we can make our way back down here. And I think that you'll officially be called Little Spoon. A grand old welcome to the family. And I'm sure that we'll get a name tag on you at some point. But now, officially, off we go towards the Christmas district. Bam, okay, we did it. Because, and I'll tell you guys before we record, for the last part of stream for tonight, we are also going to head to the Christmas district, and we're going to find out who we're going to have for trick-or-treating for this year. Mild Maddie always happens to put on a Secret Santa for us all on Lotus, and I think it'd be fun to do it. And so we do have to... Oh, I should have just gone from the portal at Pug's place. I realized over the weekend that I can go to Pug's area pretty easily. And just go into the Nether from there, but we wouldn't be able to see this beautiful monorail that we have here too either, right? And so I will say that maybe it's worth the jaunt on over, and it's worth seeing what the Winter World looks like too. Mari, I just see message retracted. My cat is proud, let's go. Your cat now has an official place in my Minecraft world. And you have an official place in the jungle-only world. Okay, so we can head on over to the GRCC portal. And man, everything looks so interesting. I like the shader pack that we have here. I do think that it's pretty, and once again, I do hope that you guys are hopefully getting used to the skin. If anything, I've never changed my skin since I started my YouTube channel over 3 years ago. So it kind of is a big thing. Okay, and we can head along in this direction as well. As we'll make our way to the Christmas district, which I've been here before. We've already talked about it on camera for this episode a little bit too. My cat is a little rapper, little spoon, little spitting bars and catnip and whatnot. But as you guys can see here, we have these cute little candy canes. And so it's just about time that all hands are on deck here for the Christmas zone here on Lotus. Okay, I totally want to get into all of this. But I want to go into it more in more depth, okay? But what you can see here, hopefully, is that this is a Santa's workshop, where you can see that the iron golems are automated, or the copper golems. It's incredible. It's beyond words. You'd have to see this in game. It's so beautiful. Amy. Yes, oh. Okay, so we have the infrastructure with our new replay mod. We have our infrastructure here with the Christmas district. But we do have one more recording element that we do want to do for tonight, which will start right now. And hopefully you guys will be good secret keepers with me, okay? You have to be good secret keepers with me. Okay, we can fly on up here. And I'm going to act like you guys have seen this before because it's a recording, okay? So, as we've seen, we have this absolutely beautiful, monstrous, massive, incredible build that we have right here, and I just learned that it's from Mild Maddie. Along with, you can probably see that the scaffolding is now down, and this place officially is going to hold and host our Secret Santa for this year on Lotus. And we are taking a look at this on live stream together. So if you're watching the video, since Christmas will not have come out, or if you're here on live stream, please do not tell my Secret Santa person that I have them so that it stays fun for all of us. But once again, I do just want to mention there is so much going on here in this build area, and I love how it with another beautiful copper golem sort of interior here. Guys, everyone is doing so incredible this season. This looks so cool. We have definitely an actual factory going on over here with tons of different present designs and all of the works added at once right here, as you can see. I love seeing all of the carts go up and down, just like they're... I really love seeing all of the mine carts just spewing around with all of their sparks in the air. But it does look like I'll go right here, and there must be... But it does look like we're gonna head into our book right here, and I say let's take a gander. Ho ho ho! Welcome to Secret Santa. The signed up list is Maddie, Joel, Bozy, myself, Ugg, Chespy, Seaman, Gribbly, Dan, and Morg. And if you are on the signed up list, just click the button in front of you. Yes, make sure that the note block sounds are on. If you draw yourself, throw it on the ground and the hopper will pick it up. Then click the button again. Now, the only thing left is to make an amazing gift for your person. Remember to respect boundaries. More info. Contact Maddie. Okay, well, this definitely sounds exciting, so we can press this button. Dude, I love this song. No! It is seriously so cute. Oh my goodness. And here we have a candy cane. This is one of my favorite things I've done on Lotus all season. Okay, and so we know who it is. You guys have to promise not to tell anyone, okay? And so, officially, for this year, live on Lotus SM. And so, officially, for this year on the Lotus SMP, my secret Santa is going to be Morg. Which I cannot begin to explain how excited I am to actually be able to get him something this season. This is also how I get my my other sequences on the video. And so I think that we're definitely going to have to ask around and see what sort of things he would want to have this season on Lotus. However, as we've discussed, we have our own builds that we have in mind for this season on Christmas. However, as we've discussed, we have our own builds in mind for this season here on Lotus for Christmas. Oh man, I can't get that one. Sometimes you have to retake it a couple times. However, as we've discussed, we have a whole ton that we need to do ourselves just for this season on... Can't get it. Keep saying season, I want to say Christmas. And serotonin, it's good to see you, my man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Welcome back, welcome back. However, as we've discussed, we definitely have plenty more work to do in order to get our own build up in this area. Oh, that's the one. That's the one. You know when it feels good. And so I say, why don't we actually get... And so I say, as it starts to snow, why don't we get around to building it? Boom. Okay, look at that. Look at us go, y'all. All right. That is another segment in the books right there. Anyway, Sarah, it's good to see you, my man. I'm sorry I was recording that one little segment right there. Okay, bam. One of my favorite things too, again, you can't tell anyone that we have Morg, okay? I love the candy cane aspect of it. So Maddie, once again, Mild Maddie, has done an incredible job. And this is really good. Just with the candy cane in hand right here, look how pretty this is. I mean, it's starting to feel a lot like Christmas. But man, look at that. Stunning, stunning stuff. I do think I would feel a little bit more comfortable with a bit more wood, but things are really starting to come along. Along with, I kind of have no idea, okay, how to get back with how foggy it is actually with all of the snow that we have. And you can see we have a lot of shulkers over in this area. There's going to be major work going on, and it's only December 10th. Hey, Amy, it's always good to see you. And thanks so much for coming and saying hi. Hopefully it was kind of fun being able to get some video sneak peeks. However, this video still has a lot more to come. We have to make our main build and still some more material collection, but I can pretty much assure you, that we'll end up making the build on Friday on stream. So I do hope that you're excited for that, and you're more than welcome to come and hang out. Okay, good. Amy said she already forgot my Secret Santa person anyway. We haven't really seen too much of Morg recently. This place looks really crazy at night. Wow, okay. We are gonna head to sleep for the night just so that we can have some more visibility, but man, this place looks super ominous with the snow at night. And so bada boom, we now have a rainbow and a baby zombie burning around me somewhere as well. Okay, but we can head back in this direction right over here. Over towards our beautiful old monorail. And I totally thought we had a minecart here too. It seems like we do not, so of course we take our wings. I'm gonna have to figure out some sort of design in order to make this a little bit more useful. I mean, as you can see, it really does connect a good amount of the server, and it's really great eye candy. I think like it really does bring this server together much more than I thought it was. And imagine if we had all kind of connected more, and we're still not even halfway. However, if anyone from Lotus is watching right now, I'm going to vote for next season to actually have places that are a bit closer to one another. If we come back to the kingdom right here, you'll also see that I think I have low render distance right now. You guys would be able to see it, but Maddie's place is right over here. And then Pug's place is right next to Maddie's. And so all three of us were actually pretty close to one another, which makes me happy. But we also kind of made that happen a little bit too. As we fly back into our beautiful area of the world, it's really starting to come together. We can head on down here, and I kind of am obsessed right now with the Morg candy cane. It's so beautiful. I think we're gonna take out the ominous bottle and we'll place down the candy cane. Yeah, just like that. Oh, that's way better. Okay, we're gonna pop that out. We'll place that up here. And then these are all of our spare tools that we've broken. I've saved every tool that I've ever used on Lotus, as you can see. And I like using them as kind of decorational pieces. Alright, team. However, I do think that it is 6:45. I want to try to go and get some sleep. I want to get some reading done if I can tonight, or just make sure I have a good night's sleep. That's kind of a big week at work this week, and as you guys know, I've had a lot going on, but if I could stay longer tonight, I promise you I would. I've had a lot of fun with you, and I'm sure Marnie has too, and Little Spoon over there in the distance has as well. So anyway, thank you for spending some time with me. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Friday night stream, maybe Thursday night, but probably just only Friday night stream. I have to cut myself off. Just so that we can have more videos, but I guess hype. No, actually no stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. I'm gonna work late. I take it back. I'm gonna work late. However, this video is coming out tomorrow, so if you would leave a like on it or some hype or anything like that, it would always be greatly appreciated. But as always, it has been your boy Slip out here, and it's been Money Ruff Ruff, Money Ruff Ruff, and I will see you guys all very soon. On the slip side, you could say. On the slip side, you could say. And thank you for being the best part of my day as well. Hype, hype, hype. Hype, hype, hype. And as always, big shout outs to Mari, Level Up, Jordan, Pug, Aaron, and Amy. Don't y'all forget, be loved is to be changed. Thanks for the love tonight, y'all. And a happy Wednesday.